Hey guys, so today I wanted to do something a little different on my channel and talk about some of my most anticipated books that I am excited to see come out in October. There are a lot of books that I am excited about, so I decided to break this into two parts. So today I'm going to be talking about the fantasy, sci-fi, all that good stuff, all the books that I am super excited about for that. So if you're interested in learning about what's coming out next month, keep watching. So the first two books that I want to talk about that probably everyone already knows are coming out, and that is two books in the Harry Potter universe, and I know I'm excited about them, and I know probably a lot of other people are super excited about them. The first one is Harry Potter, A History of Magic, and this book sounds so amazing and I really want to get it. It basically follows like all the courses that Hogwarts teaches. It goes into potions, herbology, all of those classes in one book, and it talks about all the different like magic and animals and all of that. So it just seems really cool and another way to get like deeper into the Harry Potter world. And I think I will be buying this book when it comes out. I'm not sure, but I really want it, so we will see. And the next book in the Harry Potter world is going to be the third illustrated edition book of the Harry Potter series, which is The Prisoner of Azkaban. And The Prisoner of Azkaban is probably my second favorite book. I think I like the sixth book the best, but I really loved the book and the movie of The Prisoner of Azkaban. I think it's when J.K. Rowling really gets her characters start to become a little more mature and the plot gets a little bit darker, and I just really enjoy this book, and I really want to get the illustrated edition, but I don't even have the first two in the illustrated edition yet, so I don't know if I'll end up getting it, but eventually I'll probably just buy all of the series of the illustrated editions, but it would be nice to get them as they come out, so I don't know, I might get them. Maybe it'll be like a Christmas present that I can ask for, who knows. But yeah, those two books I really am excited about. They sound really interesting, and as always, I know the illustrated edition just looks so beautiful, so I cannot wait to see what the third one looks like. The next book I want to talk about is The Tiger's Daughter by Kate Arsenault Rivera, and this seems so interesting. She's also Puerto Rican born, so this would be a really great book to read during Hispanic Heritage Month, so if you're looking for something for that, I would definitely recommend it. I know a lot of booktubers are already recommending this book, and it sounds really awesome. It basically follows this like fantasy world where this empire has like taken control of most of the world, but there's also these nomadic tribes that are living around, and there's this darkness that is coming to like potentially threaten their way of life. I think there's a little like girl romance in this, which I think is amazing. I've definitely become more interested in reading more LGBTQIA books, and this one just seems like right up my alley. It seems really awesome, and I actually got a review copy of this book on NetGalley, so expect a review of this book coming up this month. I haven't started reading it yet, but I'm definitely going to start before the book comes out, and I'm not sure exactly what day it'll be out, but I'll put all the dates on the screen for you so you can know. But yeah, this one seems super exciting, super cool, and if you're really into fantasy and world building, this seems like the book for you. I believe this is going to be a series, so I'm ready to get into it. And another really great book to check out for Hispanic Heritage Month would be Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Maria Machado, and this just seems like surreal mixed with fantasy, mixed with horror, what it's described as, and they are short stories, and it just seems so interesting. The author writes a lot about feminism, and basically the short stories kind of all follow women and the violence that happens to their bodies and specifically, so it seems like a very interesting and very timely collection that I just cannot wait to read. The next book that I really would like to check out, and it's coming out in October, is Beast Made of Night. And I do not want to try to pronounce this author's name because I know I would butcher it, and I tried to do research to try to figure out how to pronounce his name, but there are no interviews where he's like actually saying his name, so I just decided not to even try. So I'll put the name of the author down here as well as the publication date. But this seems like a really cool book. It follows these mages that can release sins from people, but when the sins get released, they turn into these sin beasts, and these indentured slaves to the mages are forced to kill, are trained to kill these beasts. But they pay a price for killing every beast, and every time these slaves kill a beast, they get a tattoo with that sin in them, and they have the guilt of the sin with them all the time. So while the more sin beasts they kill, the more guilt they are riddled with, and we follow one of these indentured slaves who is dealing with that. So it seems super cool. I'm really excited to read this book, and I think I'm going to be starting a new series about Black authors in fantasy and sci-fi, because I think that's just a really cool area, and I love to know how different writers get inspiration from their cultures into their fantasy stories. So yeah, this is definitely going to be one of those books I talk about, and it seems really cool. The next book I want to talk about is The Last Namsara by Kristen Ciucciarelli. This book follows like this epic prophecy where there is a child of light who brings happiness and joy to the world, and also like a child of darkness that kind of brings the opposite. So we follow the daughter of the king of this land, and she's like a dragon slayer, and learned that she is the person who will bring darkness in this prophecy, and as a way to like condone herself from her prophecy, she's slayed all these dragons to appease her father, and is offered her freedom if she slays one of the strongest dragons in the kingdom. So I think it just follows her journey as she tries to kill this dragon, and what that means for the prophecy and her life. So it just seems really interesting. I don't know too much about the book, but I really like the fact that it has dragons in it, so I will probably read anything with dragons. So yeah, this just sounds really good. And the last book I have to talk about in this part of my October anticipated releases is The Book of Dust. And I'm sure if you're a Philip Pullman fan, you've heard of this book. This is his sort of, I believe, prequel to his Dark Materials. I'm not sure if it takes place before or after, but I kind of want to go into this book not knowing a lot, so excuse me for not being able to explain it as well. But it's basically it's in the same world as his Dark Materials, and it's like this huge anticipated book that everyone is really excited for. I'm really excited for it too. His Dark Materials was one of my favorite books to read as a child, and I cannot wait to see what his next book is like, and what I just want to have like those nostalgic feelings again, and I hope that book brings it to me. So yeah, I don't know if I will be getting all these books in the month of October, but I do hope to read them soon. They just seem so interesting. Let me know if you are interested in any of these books, or if you know of any other fantasy and sci-fi books that are coming out in October that you're excited about. I would love to get more recommendations, and I will see you soon with my other half of this video, where I'll be talking about contemporary young adult books, which I know I don't talk about a lot in this channel, but there were some that I was really interested in, and also nonfiction. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.